clerk, our invited guests. Permit me to specifically appreciate the head of service of the Federation. Thank you for coming. My name is Honorable Danladi Suleiman Agwe. I represent the good people of Lokoja, Kogi Federal Constituency. Mr. Chairman, I'm from Kogi State. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, my colleagues, the Secretariat. Welcome, Head of Service, to the People's Parliament. My name is Honorable Munachi Kechalos, a member representing Obiungwa Ugunabo Sishama Federal Constituency. I'm from Abia State.
Right Honorable Chair, my very respected colleagues, our invited guests, clerk and the secretariat, gentlemen of the media. My name is Afam Victor Ogene. I speak for and on behalf of the people of Obaru Federal Constituency, Anambra State, member of this special ad hoc committee.
Mr. Chairman, our right honorable members, our guests, invited members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Right Honorable Bashir Zubair Usman is my name. I represent Bindungwari Giwa Federal Constituency of Kaduna State.
Mr. Chairman, my respected colleagues, our invited guests, the Secretariat, ladies and gentlemen, I am Abubakar Hassan Fulata. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Brniwa Krika Sama Gudi Federal Constituency and a member of this committee. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my esteemed colleagues, the clerk, head of service, other stakeholders, member of the press, Right Honorable Akinlade Abiodun is my name. Representing Yewa South Ikpoka Federal Constituency, I'm from Ogun State, ranking member of the Parliament. Thank you.
Clerk. Good afternoon. The chairman, honorable members, the head of civil service of the Federation, invited guests. My name is Engineer B.M. Kaigama, director and clerk to this committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Yusuf Adamu Gagdi, PhD, OON. I'm the chairman of this committee. I represent Panshin Kanke Kanam Federal Constituency, and I'm from Plateau State. Thank you. Let me yield the floor to our invited guests to introduce themselves and the agencies they are here to represent, starting from our sister, the head of civil service of the Federation.
Honorable Chairman of this ad hoc committee, Right Honorable Yusuf Gagdi, honorable members of the committee, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Didi Esther Walson-Jack, and I am the head of the civil service of the Federation. With your kind permission, Mr. Chairman, those with me would introduce themselves.
Honorable Chairman, sir, all other protocols respectfully observed. My name is Nkiruka Jones Nebo, Permanent Secretary, Career Management Office in the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation.
Honorable Chairman, sir, and honorable members, other distinguished colleagues, my name is Eno Olotu. I'm the Director of Press and Public Relations in the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Thank you.
This side of the aisle. Go ahead and just introduce yourself, please.
Good afternoon, the chairman, sir. All other protocols duly extended and deferred. I am Deputy Commissioner of Police Olufemi Akinola, the Deputy Director of Operations, National Cybercrime Center, representing the
Nigeria Police Force. With me is
Assistant Commissioner of Police Bashir Abdullahi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Honorable Chairman, sir, honorable members of this committee. Former Director, Consolidated Accounts Department, now Director, Federal Projects Financial Management Department, Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next.
Honorable Chairman, sir, honorable members of the committee, distinguished head of service, permanent secretaries, my name is Sonny Mulikat Olubomi. I was the Director Inspectorate, but now in Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment.
Thank you.
Sir.
Next person. Sir, off your mic, please.
Honorable Chairman and all protocol observed, my name is Ikeme Bello. I am from the office of the OSGF, Accountant General of the Federation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other introduction?
The Honorable Chairman and other honorable members here, I am Mr. Bello Abdullahi, Deputy Director, Financial Services, Office of the Accountant General.
All protocol duly observed. My name is Akilose Akitude Moses, from Office of Accountant General, Inspector of Department.
All protocols observed, Honorable Chairman. My name is Muaz Mustafa Balami, Deputy Director, Risk and Review, Office of the Accountant General of the Federation.
Honorable Chairman, sir, and other honorable members, my head of service, PAM secretaries, and my directors present. My name is Omame Flores, Assistant Director, Inspectorate Department of OAGF, sir.
Honorable Chairman, sir, and other members, my names are Mrs. Oji Esther Okoli, Assistant Chief, OAGF.
Honorable members, sir, and distinguished honorable members too. My name is Mr. Ogaba Hari, Assistant Director, OAGF.
Thank you. Any other person? It is for your best. It is in your best interest if you are here. Thank you very much. Without much waste of time, we'll start with the number one citizen of the civil service, so that she go and attend to so many issues in her office. You have been invited here once and you appear. Subsequently, your officers have been here taking notes on your behalf of our proceedings, and we've not hide anything. This committee have few days to submit report. And in view of the fact that the House is in recess, we have the mandate of the House to pronounce the findings of our report to the press. So we have already started putting together a preliminary report that will address the entire press of Nigeria in this hall, in this hallowed chamber. So in view of that, we ask that you should come, having the DG of the Budget Office, the Minister, Budget and Economic Planning, Minister of Finance, Office of the Foreign Affairs, Accountant General of the Federation, and so many agencies appear. Maybe to give you, perhaps you have been briefed by your staffs that have been here, the right to reply if there are some things or decisions taken by your office that you think in the course of this interaction you need an opportunity to make final clarification. You are given that opportunity. We wouldn't want a situation whereby when our findings are read, you say how you wish you would have been given opportunity to say one or two things. So those one or two things that you would have said, I think this is the opportunity for you to talk straight to the point because we have other things to do. Thank you, Head of Service of the Federation. I yield the floor to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me start by thanking you for giving me this opportunity to, as it were, make my final statements concerning the matter at hand. As you had rightly observed, I was here earlier, and all that we said, we still stand by what we said. However, I do believe that a few more details may clarify issues. And so we are happy to state that all that we said as regards the issue of deployment, I'll just summarize, there was no deployment. The issue as regards office accommodation, we did not give office accommodation. The issue as regards organizational structure, we did not issue any organizational structure. Mr. Chairman, sir, the issue that I believe I may need to clarify or give more details is the issuance of an authorized establishment and the issuance of a recruitment waiver. And so if you kindly indulge me, I would like to quickly just take that portion of the statement that we had made earlier, and I will also give some more detailed explanations. By the Office of Head of the Civil Service of the Federation for agencies, federal agencies, to come to defend their manpower budgets. And I will just go straight to the matter at hand, which is regarding the interaction of my office with the Presidential Economic Advisory Council / Presidential Financial Intervention Promotion Council. Now, this council appeared before my officials, and they claimed to be a new agency. And for newly established organizations requiring an initial workforce, requests for an authorized establishment and a provisional recruitment waiver are processed concurrently. The rationale is that the authorized establishment provides the approved staffing structure and authorized positions, while the provisional recruitment waiver permits the organization to recruit personnel into those positions. It is pertinent to note, Mr. Chairman, that the provisional recruitment waiver is used to process approvals at the Budget Office and the Federal Character Commission. On receiving relevant approvals from these two MDAs, the applicant agency comes back to the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation for its waiver to recruit. Now, the documentation required for newly established organizations are as follows. One is a letter of appointment of the Chief Executive Officer or Principal Officer, the Establishment Act, or the enabling legal instrument establishing the organization. I would like to pause here to explain, Mr. Chairman, that over the years, this office has dealt with hundreds of requests from both permanent and ad hoc federal government agencies for authorized establishment and recruitment waivers. And I would like to state that we have never encountered a situation like the current one. This is one in over, I would say, since the beginning of the Federal Civil Service, almost a century. And we believe that, like in every situation in society, criminals always try to be a step ahead of law enforcement. Mr. Chairman, in other words, what we are saying is that my office received the letter of appointment and the Establishment Act. And based on those documents, and also based on the interaction with the representatives of the PEAC and PFICP, they went on to issue the authorized establishment and later the recruitment waiver. We now, having seen all the facts and observed all the documents, concede that we ought to have carried out more due diligence in the discharge of the duties of the office in issuing an authorized establishment and a recruitment waiver to the PEAC/PFICP. Mr. Chairman, if I may explain further, we do know that the PEAC used to exist as an ad hoc organization of its own, and the documents that were presented had PEAC/PFICP. However, like I said, due diligence may have detected whether those documents were actually authentic. Mr. Chairman, so I would like to go on to explain how it all happened. During the 2025 annual manpower budget defense exercise, representatives of the PEAC/PFICP.
Head of Service.
Yes.
I think this was the same document you presented to us last time when you appeared.
This is an updated of what we presented.
Okay, but you did explain to us
I did
how
explain.
the agencies appear before you.
Yes.
You said something now very relevant before we, if there is need for you to move forward.
Okay.
That you raised the issue of organizational structure, which you refuse, but you receive a letter of appointment and equally an act from the unestablished agency,
Yes.
which inform your decisions to interact with them.
Yes.
But you equally acknowledge the fact that due diligence, in your speech now, because I was
Yes.
taking note,
Yes.
due diligence was not observed.
Now that we have
Now
seen,
that you have seen, what did you see that is in error that due diligence
Okay,
was?
so-
Because this should be a little bit interactive. This is your second time of
Yes.
appearance. Third time, because
Yes.
another person had appeared for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is it
So
that due
what-
diligence was?
yes, what we now saw, when this matter now came up, I requested to see the documents myself. And I saw that the Establishment Act was not really an authentic act.
Thank
Now,
you.
I saw that because, Mr. Chairman, I have almost 30 years of legal practice experience. And so immediately I saw it, I knew it was not. Moreover, Mr. Chairman, I'm also a certified legal drafter.
So the act was not original, it was fake.
Yes,
and what?
I noticed
and
that.
what?
Well, the letter of appointment, I will not be able to say because when I looked at it, it had the State House logo, and I wasn't immediately in a position to compare with other similar letter-headed paper.
Okay, from the letter, the office of the Chief of Staff to the President wrote to you, and the letter of appointment, purported letter of appointment,
Yes.
do they have the same signature?
I sincerely have not looked at the two.
Do you have them now? If you don't, I will help you
No,
with. I will help you with 3, 4 because we need to end. This is your second appearance.
Yes.
We need to. Do you have a letter from office of the? I don't want to give you the one that the committee
No,
has.
I don't think.
Do you have
let
any
me check.
correspondence from the office of the chief of staff? You yourself.
No, check here.
I'm sure you
We
should.
attached the letter. Yeah, okay. Okay.
What is the title of that one?
Sorry, this is so faint. Check here. I can't read this. Sorry, sir, if I may understand clearly, which letter would you want?
I just want any letter. This is public for people to understand.
So
any letter
the
from
letter
from chief of staff and from any two. Just get 2, 3 letters from your records from chief of staff and compare the signature.
No, I don't have any letter from.
Okay, I have letter written to you here for confirmation of.
Not that. Any other letter. Not that.
Yes. Clerk, help me give her this. I'm only concerned about the letter-headed paper of the Office of the Chief of Staff and the signature. Then you said that letter of appointment establishing the agency, you make reference to it. Do you have it there?
Yes, I have that.
Okay, you have the one.
Open that one.
It's not the content that we want you to
Yes,
read,
yes.
head of service.
Yes.
Okay, how many letters do you have there that have signature of the Chief of Staff?
One.
Yes.
And then the one you gave me.
Okay. Are the signatures the same?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I'm not a forensic expert, but I can clearly see that the signatures are not the same.
You can clearly see
Yes,
that
they're
they are
not
not
the
the
same.
same. I am not saying you are. We have interacted with the police forensic department, which have equally analyzed signature, and they have equally confirmed that those signatures are not the same. In fact, according to them, there was not even attempt by the signature to be similar. There are 2 different signatures completely. Would you confirm that that is true between you and God? Are those signatures the same?
Oh, I'm seeing it clearly. They are definitely not the same.
Thank you very much. Return my own document for me.
Thank you.
So, is there any further thing you want to say?
Yes, what I would like to say, Mr. Chairman, is that the officers who attended to this assignment may have been seeing a letter from State House for the very first time. Because at their level, I don't know how many letters they have seen from State House. Even me now seeing it is because you are asking me to compare the signatures. I have received letters from State House, and once I see the logo and I see the signature, which looks familiar,
Head of service, what we want to identify is different, perhaps, from what you are thinking. We are not inducting you on signature. We are only helping you, using you to help us. Say to general public that the letter of the appointment of the so-called DG, the signature on it, as well as the signature on other correspondences from the Office of the Chief of Staff to the President are quite different.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
That
the letter you gave me and the one we received.
Thank you. Thank you. If there is any further thing, say. If there is not.
Okay. So,
what is again of important to members is that the GLAB, while we identify issue of signature, due diligence was not absolutely followed. If it were, you would have equally dictated that the act, in addition to forging signature, there is an issue of the act of the National Assembly that is not an act of the National Assembly, which misguided. Thank you, thank you. Move on in 2 minutes so that we move to other areas.
So, Mr. Chairman, In closing, we would like to say that this particular situation, we interacted with the representatives from the PEAC/PFICP. We also got them to come to receive the authorized establishment, which they did, and we also saw that between the authorized establishment and the recruitment waiver, we were able to find the document for the authorized establishment, but till now we are unable to find that of the recruitment waiver. And to say, Mr. Chairman, that everything, okay.
Thank you very much. Are you done?
Everything was done in accordance with the practice in the office, and out of the 88 ministries that were approved, we are really, really surprised that we were unable to detect the PEAC and PFICP had actually given us a false Establishment Act, and now you have proved a false letter of appointment. So we take all responsibility, and we will definitely see that we review our processes to make them more fraud-proof. Thank you.
The last thing you said is what I want members of the public to pay attention to. But sometimes I am happy that this sitting without money, some members of the press have volunteered to make it live for transparency, which we appreciate them and God bless them, so that Nigerians will know the truth. But what you said, I will echo, because I don't think if we leave it like that, they are going to write on it. You have clearly stated that you acted on forged documents. Act of the National Assembly for new agency need to be presented to you before you issue waiver and organizational structure or what have you, as well as appointment letter for the head of that new agency. Now you have clearly, as a result of your investigation within your agency and the evidence presented to you and the one you have established, just like we have, without any fear of political misunderstanding, that the letter of appointment to the so-called DG is not only forged, it is fake. If something is forged, there will be similarity between the two signatures. There will be an attempt to get the signature right. But in this case, the two signatures are completely different. So I cannot call it forged. I will say fake, because the originator of the letter of appointment to the so-called DG did not attempt to even get closer to the signature of the Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I say this without any fear of political misrepresentation. That is a fact between this committee. And we say this because we have 9 correspondences, letters written by the Office of the Chief of Staff to National Security Advisor, to Secretary to the Government of the Federation, to Office of the Head of Civil Service, you seated here, to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to DG SSS, to Nigerian Police, 9 different letters from Chief of Staff to the President, including some of his former signatures here, that are unique and the same. Only signature that differ is the signature that appointed that I'm trying to watch my words. The fake DG. That is. and it is not attempting to imitate the signature of the Chief of Staff to the President. So it is confirmed to us, it is confirmed by you, it was confirmed by the police that appear here to give evidence. It was confirmed too by other agencies. In addition to that, general public should equally note that it is not only letter of appointment that was forged. Even the act of the National Assembly was totally mutilated. Our act have authentication number, it has Supreme Court number, it has Gazette number, it has Gazette title, but the act given to us here have none of those 4 features in the act of the National Assembly. So we will go on and on. It is not time to present findings, but I have to say this to guide the report that people will give after here, not to induct agencies that this thing, she admit the gap. Due diligence was not done, but she acted based on those documents that ought to have been presented to them before they move ahead to issue those things, and she did so that. I think with this, if we need anything, we'll write to you. There is no reason whatsoever for you to appear before this committee again. If we need any further clarification, we'll write to you. But without ruling, you submit what you just presented because you say, even if it is with Biro you wrote, updated, because you say, if you said it was the same, I will not ask you to submit. But because you say it is updated, we need the updated version. So, members, any question or I have spoken your mind? Thank you, Head of Service. God bless you for your 3rd appearance. 2 in person, 1 through representative. God bless you. Submit the updated, even it is with Biro. We will not leave you to go out and retype. Give us now. You can't go out with that paper. You give us now. I will give you a copy. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your representative will be given a copy. You may take your leave. Thank you. Thank you. The next person to appear is, there are officers in the Accountant General Office that we asked you to come. Are you the one we requested that you should come?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will not subject you under oath. Tell Nigerians what were your role? Are you aware of anything regarding to Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council?
Thank you, sir.
Tell us everything you know.
I was Director, Consolidated Accounts Department at the time that a letter came from the Permanent Secretary State House asking for administrative code for an agency.
Which Permanent Secretary State House?
Well, there was somebody signed supposedly for Permanent Secretary State House. However, the most important thing it was an official letter from the State House, supposedly asking for administrative code. Now, what was done in addition to, what my boss
tell us the nomenclature, because people are watching. Don't just say PAMSEC and induct people in the State House without making it very clear.
Okay.
Because we.
Okay, the person that signed the letter was one Akambi Adewale.
Give us the letter.
Director, Administration and Support Services.
Give us the letter in evidence. Clerk, anybody, any staff should give us. Don't worry, we'll give it back to you. We want to confirm whether what you said is true. Is who? We have the letter. We have the letter from the State House, purported letter, request for administrative court for Presidential Foreign Investment Council. Members of the press, two things were established with the head of service. We've come to the end of this public hearing, almost. So you have to understand what is going on. It was established that the so-called letter of appointment was fake, confirmed by different agencies. And the act presented to the head of service was equally fake, forged by the DG. It has been established. Now there is a letter that equally led the office of the Accountant General requesting for administrative court, written by the same fake DG, requesting for administrative court, but written on behalf of the Pfipc State House. And if you are following, members of the press, please let us not be sentimental. We had heard here that the so-called letter presented to me, all members of this committee have the copy of the letter. There is no nomenclature in the State House called Permanent Secretary Administration and Director Administration and Support Service. No any director in the state. That directorate does not exist in the State House. So let us go to equity with clean hand. No matter what you say outside to the public, what we see and what we have is what we are going to tell Nigerians. People have testified here to say that you will move on, but I'm equally telling you this is the third document that is forged by the same person. Mr. Akambi Adewale does not exist. Name like that in our findings does not exist in the State House. You can go and do your, what do you call it? Investigative journalism and find out. So you can move on. Before you move further,
yes,
we want to tell you that we had different agencies testify on this letter, and it was said to us, confirmed by us, investigated by us, that such Directorate of Administration and Support Service does not exist in the State House. So move on. Take back your document. Okay. We have it. And it is the same with what you have.
Okay, thank you, sir. So as part of our due diligence, what we did was to convey
well, move on.
Okay, thank you, sir. So as part of our due diligence, what we did was to convey the administrative code to the Permanent Secretary State House and not to the so-called agency.
Where is the letter that you convey it?
Convey
let's have it.
To the Permanent Secretary State House.
Somebody should.
And the idea behind this, or the justification behind this, was so that if it is not from there, the whole thing will be unraveled. That is the normal thing done in the service.
Another thing.
Yes, sir.
Journalists, this is the fourth scandal. I call it scandals now. You convey the court back to the Pfipc State House. You did not attention Director of Administration and Support Service, which we don't have that directorate. But this letter originally received by who? Tell me yourself. Give him. Tell me who received the letter. You convey the court back to the State House. See, you people should stop mentioning State House in this matter. Who received that letter that you convey it back to State House? Read loudly. Madam, help him read.
Original copy received by me, Adeyemi.
Okay, give me.
2nd December.
Give me. Members of the press. State House wrote a letter to them, so-called State House. The same person, Adeyemi Prince, impersonated State House, wrote a letter to you to obtain his court so that he will have a budget. This is the truth that Nigerian wants, so let's speak it the way it is. The same self-appointed DG wrote a letter to Office of the Accountant General forging and creating a nomenclature in the State House that does not exist to you. And because you want to do due diligence, you did not give Adeyemi or the fake agency the court. Well done, you did well. But you wrote to State House. He misguided you, writing attention a department that does not exist in the State House. But from what? Please, we are not here for you. We will ask you to go out, members of the press. Don't distract us, please. You leave this place. Now, in your common sense, he wrote a letter for you asking for court from Villa, and you replied the State House office that does not exist, and you did not take the letter to the office, to the Villa. As the same Adeyemi Prince that needed state court, that needed court for the budget, was the person that received the letter you wrote to State House. How does that make sense to you? Because the original copy received by me, Prince Adeyemi, and his real signature. Don't you think that the person that wrote this letter to State House have something in common with Prince Adeyemi?
Distinguished, I think the problem is with the person that delivered the letter, because as a director,
who is the person that delivered the letter?
When you sign a letter, you are not the one that delivered the letter. As a matter of fact, sir, on the 2nd of December 2024, I was with the Accountant General of the Federation in Arusha, Tanzania.
I am not saying I am. Look, Director.
Yes, sir.
I am not saying you gave the letter, you delivered the letter.
Yes, sir.
I am saying, let me use a low tune.
Yes, sir.
Agency should stop giving room for people to blackmail State House. A letter was said to be written by State House with a non-existent directorate and was given to you. You are saying due diligence. You now provided for what he was requesting for administrative court in order for him to have budget. Nigerians are insulting State House and insulting National Assembly for smuggling a budget into the Appropriation Act. Now, before a budget is being created by the Office of the Director General of Budget of the Federation, a court needs to be provided by the Office of the Head Accountant General of the Federation. A PAMSEC that does not exist, director that does not exist, wrote to your office, Accountant General, to get a budget court. Yes, the documents were forged, you were misguided, and you provided the court. And now the court should be delivered back to the fake office in the State House that does not exist. All of a sudden, the same DG, fake DG, was the person that received that letter from your office that is supposed to be delivered to the State House. How does that happen? Is it just don't take me far. Yes, I have a low IQ. I want to understand how does this happen.
Thank you, distinguished. So, what I'm saying, sir, is that this letter was addressed to the Permanent Secretary, State House, and it was supposed to be delivered there. A copy of this letter, an advance copy.
Attention to who? Sir. Attention to who?
No, attention to this particular director. But if that director
did you find out whether that directorate exists in State House?
Sorry, sir, that is not normally the process. Okay. The letter is addressed to the PAMSEC. So if that directorate does not exist, when the letter reaches the PAMSEC, the whole thing is unraveled. That is the way it is, sir. If you permit me to give you
how comes that the letter was not delivered to the PAMSEC?
That is the big question.
Yes.
That is actually the big question. Sir.
Yes. So answer it.
I don't have answer to that question because on 2nd of December, I was in Arusha, Tanzania with the Accountant General of the Federation. After signing the letter, we traveled to Tanzania. So now, this letter was supposed to have been delivered as well as a copy, advance copy to Budget Office. Now, that advance copy to Budget Office was properly delivered from what I learned during this investigation, because I saw the stamp of the Budget Office there, you know. But that one again was an advance copy.
Yes.
It was not to be acted upon.
Yes.
What Budget Office was supposed to do was to wait for a reaction from the main addressee of that letter. That's the PAMSEC State House.
Yes, yes.
Before now acting on it.
Yes.
So that's an advance copy, sir. So what I'm saying, sir, yes, there may have been a problem. The problem was the person that was supposed to deliver this letter carried a letter that was addressed to the PAMSEC State House and delivered it probably in Wuse Market.
Who was the person? If he is your staff, who was the person?
Well, the schedule officer that was handling this was...
What is his name?
Mr. Bello was the schedule officer handling, but I don't know whether he delivered it himself or he gave someone...
Where is Mr. Bello? Mr. Bello,
I don't know whether he delivered it himself or he handed it over to somebody.
Pause there, sir. Okay. Mr. Bello, don't tell us English. Okay. How does this letter that was supposed to be delivered to a fake office in State House, was delivered to a fake DG?
Okay. We have a process in the office of how letters are collected. When these letters are wrote, we normally write it to the user agency, and they come to the office. We don't deliver letter to any agency because agencies are scattered all over Nigeria.
All agencies come to pick.
Yes.
Okay. Who was this letter written to? Which agency was this letter written to?
To the State House.
Okay. Is Prince Adeyemi a staff of the State House?
The letter read the agency's code. If you read the letter clearly.
Okay. Let me read it to you. Listen.
I'm coming, sir.
The Permanent Secretary, State House, Central District, Abuja. Attention. Director, Administration and Support Service, which our investigation, those nomenclature does not exist.
Yes, sir.
Now, we request for administrative court. I am directed to refer to a letter dated 7 November 2024 and the above subject matter and convey administrative court assigned to Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council in a chart of account.
Yes.
The court assigned to your establishment is 011102001.
So,
as table below. You are writing it to one, I agree, State House, but members of the public should know that this nomenclature does not exist in State House. Now, if you write to State House, how comes you are delivering to Prince Adeyemi, the head of the agency? Wait, are you the one that delivered the letter to him?
No.
Who delivered the letter?
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Go ahead and tell us straight who delivered the letter.
We don't deliver letters, sir.
Huh?
We don't deliver letters.
Who came? In whose custody does Adeyemi came to pick this letter?
My officer.
He came to your office.
Yes, to pick
and
the letter.
Pick it before you.
Yes, that's why.
Thank you.
No,
Chairman. Please, overrule. Thank you very much. Prince Adeyemi came to Bello's office in the office of the Accountant General and picked the letter from you. Yes, acknowledge on behalf of the State House.
No, on behalf of the agency.
On behalf of the agency,
yes, sir.
But you knew that the letter was not addressed to the agency but addressed to PAMSEC. Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Can I continue, sir? So, sir.
Conclude, please.
I'd like to, in conclusion, on the issue of the Budget Office supposedly using this to include the agency in the budget. The advance copy that we sent, sir, was addressed to the PAMSEC State House. At the bottom, copy DG Budget Office. So the implication was that this is for your advance notice. PAMSEC State House may come asking for, in respect of this, if it comes, we have notified you in advance. That letter was not supposed to be, that advance copy in the civil service procedure was not supposed to be used to act, except if the original addressee came and said, Okay, we you know, we want
so
to do
in
a budget.
essence, in essence, you are telling us that
budget
the
office cannot,
budget office ought not to have acted on the advance copy
At
later,
all, at
but
all.
to wait for
Exactly the
this
same
thing. But you
essence.
equally acknowledge that in essence, letter written to the so-called fake office in the State House need to have been picked by the staff of the State House, not the head of agency.
Exactly, sir.
What is good for the good is good for the
Honorable
good.
sir, may I clarify something, sir? The office of the Permanent Secretary, State House, exists. It is not fake, sir.
But the department of Administration and Support Service does not exist.
Honorable Chairman, sir, let me clarify that if a letter is coming to Accountant General's office and it says, attention, Director of Federal Projects, even if that department doesn't exist, the letter must first come to Accountant General. So letter must first go to Permanent Secretary, State House. So the idea is, if this office does not exist, it is unraveled. I wanted to give you a story, sir.
I agree with you.
Few minutes, sir.
See, don't give
Few
me
more
story.
minutes,
Pamsec,
yes,
Director,
Can I give
don't give us story.
Yes, sir.
Because we don't want this matter to drag.
It may be relevant, sir.
I am on the same page with you. But
This
you cannot
small
force
story-
this. You cannot force this office, based on our investigation,
Yes,
to
sir.
admit to you that department there is a director of administration and support service in the villa. Let us not drag that with you.
The whole idea, sir,
We
was
have
to
done our
unravel the whole
investigation.
thing.
Can
Was
you
to
allow me to
unravel.
talk?
Yes, sir. Once the PAMSEC got it and there was no such thing as that, the whole thing is unraveled. Yes, sir.
Am I stopping you to talk?
No, sir.
But can you respect me and allow me to talk? Okay. Now you wrote a letter to the PAMSEC. And you did not allow the letter, your office, by virtue of testimony of you and Bello, you did not allow the letter to reach the PAMSEC, because you allow the fraudulent DG to come and take the letter from you, instead of calling the villa to send someone from the PAMSEC office to come and pick the letter. You allow the DG that was manipulating, forging over 19 documents in our custody that he forged, established that he forged. You allow him to come and pick the letter from you. If you had allowed someone from the PAMSEC office, by picking the letter, the PAMSEC will tell you that Department of Administration and Support Service does not exist in the villa. So don't, it seems you want taking blame to Budget Office, taking blame to PAMSEC office, State House. I will not allow you to do that. What I will allow you to do is to tell us the truth, that your office should be held responsible for replying a State House office and equally allowing the fraudulent DG to take over the position of that letter instead of the staff of the State House. If you admit this, we move forward.
Yes, Honorable Sir, I did not allow Bello to deliver the letter to the con DG, sir. Like
So
I
Bello
said,
did that.
there were two letters, one to
We are
budget
not
office,
asking
and
you
it
about
was-
that of the budget
It was
office.
properly submitted. So the one that was supposed to be submitted to the State House and it was not submitted there, that's a deputy director. As a director, I supervise them. So a deputy director should know that a letter that is addressed can only be taken by the representative of that
Okay,
addressee.
let me speak
So
for the purpose of fair hearing.
Yes, sir.
Let me speak for DG Budget, who appears here. He said, when you replied this letter and provided the budget code, that was where this thing, fraud, started. If you had allowed the letter to reach the State House, they would have unraveled this. But you gave the fraudulent person, so-called DG, listen, your office gave him, Bello gave him, he testified here, he gave him. And the same man went and forged another letter, which we have, I will present to you, on behalf of the Department of Administration and Support Service that does not exist in the villa, to write to the budget office acknowledging that you have created court and he misguided the budget office to provide a budget for that fake agency. So who is to be blamed here?
Honorable sir, what I'm saying is that the problem here, the lapse here, was not an office lapse. It was an individual lapse.
Okay.
It was an individual lapse.
It is in the view of this committee that we
Yes,
should
sir.
allow you to be heard.
Yes, sir.
Finish your submission. We are not going to say anything. When you finish, tell us you are done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I wanted to tell you a story of long ago when I was distinguished, Honorable sir, I hope we are together. Oh, okay, so when I was in office of First Lady, between 2000 and 2005, when she died, somebody wrote a letter to an agency asking for employment assistance for 2 officers. That agency wrote back, did the 2 employment letters, wrote back and sent to First Lady. And, okay, I shouldn't talk. Okay, no, this example is very, very important. The person wrote and, sent back to First Lady that, okay, send. No, let me land.
If I am not hearing you,
the person wrote.
We are 5.
The agency wrote.
After all, you are being recorded.
Yes, I understand. The agency wrote and sent back, that they had done the employment. These were the employment letters. So when this letter got back to the State House, it was unraveled. That the First Lady never gave any directive that somebody should write letter and ask for employment assistance. So that was how the whole thing was unraveled. So this is the way that you unravel issues like this. The letter came from PAMSEC State House, so you write back to PAMSEC State House. Once it gets back to PAMSEC State House, it will be unraveled. So now the letter was not delivered there. That's where the problem arose. The letter was hijacked.
Okay. The problem of the fact that the letter was not delivered there is whose agency's fault?
Well, I think it's an individual fault, sir.
From agency.
It's an individual's fault.
Individual's fault from which
because
of the
office?
office?
Not a system fault.
But from
somebody
which
was supposed to deliver that letter to the State House.
You gave me speaker gave me a letter, and I did not deliver the letter to Mr. President. It is my fault, isn't it, as an individual?
Exactly.
But
yes,
where do I work? Huh? We are done with you. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know what. No. Hello? Any other submission from your office?
I think we're through, sir. Thank you.
Bello, what is your name, full name? On your mic.
Okay. Bello Abdullahi, sir.
Where do you work?
Office of the Accountant General, sir.
Where?
Office of the Accountant General.
Who delivered the letter to Prince Adeyemi?
He picked it up at the office, sir.
He came and picked it?
Yes, sir.
He picked it in whose office?
My office.
In which of the, where is your office situated?
Consolidated Accounts Department.
In where?
In Accountant General's office, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can take your leave. Thank you. Finally, police and our request. No, we have your representation is being accepted in evidence. We are not going to give you this back. Yes. Thank you.
We have gotten it. Fila is exonerated. State House is exonerated.
Police, Nigerian police, we are supposed to have the principal person here. So may we hear from you, please. Prince Adeyemi was supposed to be here. May we hear from you? We will have a remark after this.
Can I go ahead, sir? the chairman of the committee, honorable members of the committee, all other protocols duly extended. Once again, I am DCP Olufemi Akinola, the Deputy Director, Nigeria Police Force National Cyber Crime Center, Abuja. I'm standing in with me is Assistant Commissioner of Police Bashir Abdullahi of the same center as mine. We are here to convey the compliments of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Desu, PSC Daga MPM, who is not here as based on the letter that was sent to the office of the IGP due to an engagement. He sends his felicitations and he wishes that we convey to the committee chairman and the honorable members that he holds this sacred house in very high esteem, and but for the assignment that he had to attend to. That's why he sent us. Furthermore, sir, the IGP is committed to cooperating with the committee in the discharge of the mandate that the committee has. But due to the IGP has been mandated to produce the suspect, Prince Adeyemi Matthew, before the committee members today, but that is not being done due to the fact that is at present, that is the suspect, being held in custody based on a subsisting warrant for him to be detained. And as it is so, in order for us to be able to continue to relate well, we are of the opinion that the Honorable Committee Chairman, as well as the committee members, could seek or avail us a reproduction warrant, sir, for us to be able to produce him. Thank you, sir.
A communication in that effect.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give us. Yes, sir. Clerk, somebody should. We have Wahala. Thank you very much. We want to be very as transparent as we should be. We invited that Prince Adeyemi Matthew should appear here. And the Inspector General of Police respectfully responded that I'm directed by the Police Inspector General of Police to convey his warmest regard and to acknowledge the receipt of your letter dated NAS HR 687 July 2022 on the above underlined subject. This is to respectfully inform the Honorable Committee Chairman that suspect Matthew is currently remanded in our custody on court order. The Nigerian police force may not be able to produce the suspect as requested in view of the subsisting court order. The Nigerian police force acknowledges the constitutional oversight powers of the National Assembly and remain committed to cooperating with the committee in the discharge of its mandate. However, in this case, it will be appreciated if the reproduction warrant could be sought from the court of competent jurisdiction to enable police comply with this request. Accept the Honorable Committee's Chairman assurances of the highest regard of the Inspector General of Police. This is the letter. Thank God you acknowledge the powers of the National Assembly to do that. In this case, we equally have a standing rules that we were mindful of it. The first leg of your investigation is conspiracy and forgery, which you have taken the suspect to court. That is why on the issue of conspiracy, we are not saying anything about what is before the court, because our House rule equally is a respecter of democratic trinity and the principle of federalism, separations of powers. So we don't want to interfere in judicial powers. I allow you to, I read the letter, you summarize, but I decided to read the letter so that members of the press will not go and say that the man refused to come to court. We have proceedings, we have procedures. The man did not refuse, IG did not refuse to present him here, but he cited the fact that he is not in that custody because he is an IG, and refused to give us because he is IG. He did not. He said court order reminded him. Until that order is vacated, before he will be able to take him out of that and bring him to the National Assembly for whatever reason. Ours was not to engage him in such a way that will tamper with ongoing investigation. We are equally mindful of the good job the ICPC, the good job the EFCC, the good job the police, the good job the DSS, the good job the National Security Advisors are doing in respect of this matter. So for any reason, we should help you to do those jobs well, but not to undermine the process of investigation. And on this note, we will continue to write to you to confirm to us, because whatever document we have on his behalf, you are the one interacting with him. So in the reports we've been requesting from you, we'll request for further reports so that we clarify gray areas and submit our preliminary findings to the members of the public next week. Then we lay our report on resumption of this House. It doesn't mean that we will be careful to finish our interaction closed door, invite people for clarification only. But we have established documents that were fake. We have established where the budget emanated, how it emanated, the document forged to misguide public office holders from emanating. We have equally discovered that Prince Adeyemi had been creating a fake names in the villa, in the State House, that does not exist at all. So general public and members of the press, let us be fair to this investigation, to this circumstance. We should not be carried away by politics or hates to an institution like National Assembly, or hates to the government of the day, and keep the real fact of the matter and begin to pursue shadow. Letters have been forged. It's not only one letter that is said to have been forged from the Chief of Staff, by the man emanating and forging the signature of the Chief of Staff. There are 19 different documents that was forged. And we will confirm that from the police through the man in their custody, so that by next week we will announce to you after engaging other agencies. Now we will write to them to give us written clarification. There may not be need for another public hearing like this because of the limited time we have. We can only send you communication to come here for press conference so that we will give our preliminary findings. We have the approval of Mr. Speaker to give our preliminary findings to members of the press, and we will communicate you the date by next week. Let me yield the floor to my colleagues if anybody have anything to add. The House said, the committee said I should read this statement on your behalf. That the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating the matter surrounding the purported Presidential Investment Promotion Council wish to update the public on the progress of its assignment. Following the appearances of relevant government agencies before the committee, it is important to note that the individuals parading himself as a Director General of the purported council, Prince Adeyemi, could not appear before the committee due to subsisting court orders under which he remained in custody. The committee has respected the judicial process and has proceeded with its assignment within the confines of the law. Based on the documentary evidence obtained during the investigation and engagement with the relevant government institution, the committee has uncovered what appears to be extensive act of document forgery, and we will do further confirmation in-house. The creation and the use of purported Department of Administration and Support Service under the Office of the Permanent Secretary State House, which investigation indicates that it does not exist, will further be investigated to find out the authenticity of those documents, and so many other issues. The committee will conclude its investigation phase by holding closed-door session with the remaining agencies to seek few clarification, consolidating its findings, and ensure that all parties are accorded fair hearing in accordance with principle of due process. Upon completion of the exercise, the committee will brief the general public on its finding next week on a date to be announced pending the resumption of plenary, after which its comprehensive report will be formally laid before the House of Representatives for further legislative action. The committee remains committed and conducting a thorough, impartial, and transparent investigation in the interest of justice, accountability, and protection of human integrity of general public. Thank you and God bless you. The police, you may wish to, but before then, respect us too. Sit down some more. So a member should move for the adjournment of this till we convene next week. Any day to be announced next week.
Right Honorable Chair, my very respected colleagues, Victor Afam Ogene, Kabaru Federal Constituency, Anambra State. Mr. Chairman, having come to this juncture in this open engagement, I wish to move, and I so move, that the hearing of this, or sitting of this special ad hoc committee will reconvene next week to consider our interim report on a date to be announced by the Secretariat. I so move.
It has been moved. Second, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, dear colleagues. Right Honorable Akinla Abiodun is my name. I write to second that these sittings adjourned to next week, a date to be announced. Thank you very much.
It has been moved that we adjourn this sitting till a date to be announced for our preliminary finding to be communicated to the public. And with the absence of any other objection, I wish to approve that this sitting be adjourned till next week on a date to be announced. Thank you.
In addressing the environmental challenge, the State Waste Management Authority has commissioned the rehabilitated Road E and newly constructed disposal platforms at the Olusosun disposal facility in Ojota area of the state.
Well, when we promised 21 days, mindful of the rain, how heavy the rain was, but we still pursued.
Loma says the intervention marks another significant milestone in the state government's efforts to strengthen waste evacuation operations.
What is different today is that we have